Hello, I am Sarah Millican and welcome to episode 48 of How to Be Champion Storytime. I hope you're enjoying these. Thanks ever so much for all your comments. I do enjoy reading them. This episode starts with the chapter Not Drinking. I don't drink. Well, I drink pop and juice and copious amounts of tea, but not booze. I haven't always been a spoilsport, party pooper and designated driver. I used to drink. College was my prime going out time. Saturday nights, funded by Saturday days, working in W.H. Smith's, out on the town with my own money, hard-earned by nail and a till, or tidying magazines violently so that those just reading them would bugger off. Guessing who needed a bag, working out which book the old lady wanted when she asked for the one with the blue cover for her niece. I loved spending money I'd earned, even if it was just on whiskey and McChicken sandwiches. Yep, whiskey. They'd ask which one I wanted like I was some kind of expert. I could hardly say the one that will make my arms warm and give me the confidence to talk to people. That one. So I just say bells or teachers like I give a shit. Anything but Jack Daniels which tastes like perfume. It's the Earl Grey of the pub. I dabbled in Mirage and Lemonade when it came out. We'd go to the Venue, South Shields' ultimate wine bar attraction. My main rumour about the Venue was that if you didn't use your own straw with your drink, you'd get clapped from the glass. If we could only get to the bottle bar, I'd have a hooch, but mostly it was whiskey. In the Biz Bar, another of South Shields' ultimate wine bar attractions, there was a button you could press to be in with a chance of getting a cheaper drink. I often won a treble whiskey for the price of a single. Maybe I thought it was cool to drink the drink of an old homeless man. Who knows? I know that I often went out with a tenner, got a bit giggly drunk, and then had to choose between a taxi home or a McChicken sandwich. The McDonald's in South Shields hadn't long been open and it was still a novelty. Whenever we were in, we'd wait for anyone to walk upstairs with their tray of food, only to come back down a few minutes later. It was only the toilets upstairs, with no sign saying so, and that was the best laugh we had. You know, while other people were having sex, that's what we did, laughed at people taking burgers to the loo. I once had my drink spiked by a friend's husband, I think. He was a bit like that. I'd hardly had anything to drink, yet the next day I vomited every 15 minutes for 5 hours. He'd bought me a cider, which I never usually drank, so wouldn't have been able to tell if it tasted weird. My mum got the emergency doctor out, who gave me an injection in my bum. I mentioned it to my friend the next time I saw her. She said he once spiked her drink with speed and that she didn't mind so much as she got loads of hoovering done. I used to sometimes drink fizzy wine while sitting on the floor, on my friend's living room floor, because you can't fall off the floor. The occasion that made me realise alcohol perhaps wasn't for me was when I was invited to a do at the Dorchester in big fancy London. It was the year 2000 and I was working in the audiobook industry and we had been nominated for an award. I hired a dress and as we were waiting in the gold foyer who walks in but Liam Neeson with 2 pensioners and loads of shopping bags. Now, they were probably just as mam and his nana, but I like to think they'd won a competition. Upon successful completion of an Uma Thurman word search, Betty and Ina from Gateshead had won tea at the Dorchester and a shopping trip with Liam Neeson. At the party, I drank far too much free champagne and showed my roots by getting so excited by the pudding that I took a photo of it. I ended up being sick on the squirrels in Hyde Park. Well, not actually on them because they're really bloody fast. One door to drinking closes, another opens on pudding photography. I have quite the collection. I like showing them to people. I mean, I don't have kids, but I imagine it's very similar. Oh, I'm so proud of them. It's amazing to think I used to have them inside of me. And look at his little icing. It wasn't just that occasion. I was starting to get bad hangovers on not much booze. A glass of wine gave me a headache or even sickness the next day. And you know how you feel awful, but then pick up and by the next weekend you've forgotten about it and you just drink again. I just stopped. The after effects weren't worth the fun times. I lost half days, sometimes full ones. I've also had to clean up pissed people sick, and that's no fun. Going out with someone who comes in at 5 a.m. and voms through 3 rooms and just leaves it is enough to put you off for life, scrubbing rented flats, carpets, trying to work out if that's a tomato skin and realising yes it is when it rolls up as you scrub. I started drinking booze again when I got divorced. Actually no, when I started dating again. The thought of talking to, flirting at, knockering with, fannying under someone new was so horrific anyway but the thought of doing all that on Fanta was worse. So I had a few drinks and a small fling. I stopped drinking as my hangovers were as bad as before. I also went on the pill and came off just as quickly due to all the songbirds in my fanny. Come on, guys, thrush, not nightingale. I've never been great on the pill. I told my doctor that I didn't think the fling was worth it, to which he replied, none of us are worth it. And I think he is right. And the How to Be Champion tip at the end of this chapter is, if you don't want to drink, don't. When people asked why I wasn't drinking, I used to say I'm on big tablets. Now, if they tried to push me into having a drink, I just say I don't respond to peer pressure. If I did, I'd have had sex a lot earlier than I did. And that is the end of episode 48. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made you laugh. Let me know beneath what your favourite drink is, alcohol or non-alcohol. What your favourite one is. I think mine is probably tea now. Although I do have the odd shandy since I wrote this book. It's lockdown. What the fuck else are you going to do? You take care of yourselves and I will see you again tomorrow. Stay in the house. Wash your fucking hands. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more? I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.